Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's the Derby day. It's time to take United to the cleaners. It's at the Etihad. Some of the United fans were telling, "You're defeated as at Old Trafford, but we have a good record at the Etihad and all of that." But we have to show who is the boss here. We have to show who's the king here. And in the title race, especially what happened with Liverpool yesterday, last minute winner, it just seemed, last second winner, I would say, it just seems like this title race is going to go absolutely down to the wire. You could almost say that this takes you back to all of those legendary title races, but I will not go to extent because those Liverpool teams that were chasing us down were legendary. They were much more better than, far better than this Liverpool team. It's interesting with the lineup that Pep Guardiola has gone. He's gone very attacking, I would say. He's gone with Bernardo Silva and Jeremy Doku, who are two people who will maintain the width. And then he's gone with Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. I think if Pep has to pick an attacking lineup, the most attacking lineup for City, this is it. I think this is the best attacking lineup which he can put forward. Kyle Walker to deal with the pace. John Stones to come into the midfield. Nathan Ake, one of the best left backs in world football, the best left back in Europe, if you ask me, Nathan Ake. So it's actually very interesting the way Pep Guardiola has gone in this game. Liverpool are 4 points ahead of City with that Nottingham Forest. This thing, I thought they might drop a few points yesterday so that we can maybe go and draw at Anfield, but maybe that is not the case this season. City have kicked it off. Ederson to Ake. You can see the shape straight away. John Stones into the midfield. Say Jeremy Doku holding the width. Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker. You can straight away see the back three over there with Ake, Diaz and Walker and John Stones going into the midfield. The back three is to prevent the counter attacks. Erling Haaland. That is a wonderful take by Erling Haaland over there, and Bernardo Silva. Doku is free, and Doku is free, and Doku is having a go at Lindelof, I think, and Bernardo Silva, can he reach the ball? That was almost a wonderful move there by Manchester City. What a move that is. Blitzkrieg, blitz move, a fast move. That was wonderful from City there. Just that United got lucky with the deflection of Lindelof, I think, and it's a corner. What a start, what a start. What a start for City already. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is looking very aggressive. And that's another deflection. Foden thought that was in. Foden thought that was in. City is absolutely in the front foot. City are absolutely looking to pummel United here. Look at it. Foden thought that was in. If not for a deflection, that was in, I think. If not for a deflection, that was in. Or maybe it was straight at Onana, to be honest. It's another corner for City. Kevin De Bruyne. King Kevin is taking it, and Bernardo Silva. That was cheeky from Bernardo Silva. Just shielding the ball. Gautam is here. He says, "Come on, City." I think the attacking bliss, Gautam. From the first minute, City haven't looked this aggressive, Gautam, right? In a long time. We are on the front foot straight away. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Jeremy Doku, Nathan Ake. I think this is the best lineup we can put out this season, probably. Ake and Walker is a bit of a debate, but not in this match because United have Rashford who's quick. So I think this is the best lineup Pep can put out this season. I think as we go into the run in, as we go into the deep into the title race in the Champions League and stuff, I think you can see Pep Guardiola put this exact lineup. Nathan Ake, Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne. That was just a missed time pass from Kevin De Bruyne, and Jeremy Doku gets almost, we're just not getting the rub of the ball here. Kevin De Bruyne. That's a penalty. I think that's a penalty. What do you think, Gautam? What do you think, Gautam? Is it a penalty? The funny thing should be we should score now and then the referee should give a penalty as well. But I think VR will check it. The referee absolutely had no clue there, but I think the VR will check it. City are asking, City are asking the ref for a penalty. Let us see what has happened there. That's a penalty. That's a stonewall penalty. Gautam, it's a penalty, right? Or maybe a stone's gone into Casemiro. I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. I think they're checking. I think VAR is checking. I don't know. From the first instance, it seemed like a penalty, but then I think I'll have to see more replays. It's not a penalty. VAR has cleared it. Not given, exactly, not given. Edison. But that was close. I think the contact was stones on Casemiro rather than the other way around. But City have absolutely started superbly here, to be honest. Rodri, Rodri to Ruben Diaz, Phil Foden. That's a great ball into Jeremy Doku. Doku against Victor Lindelof. What a shot from Doku there. It was just so close. But again, this is wonderful from Foden. They're finding Doku and Doku. That was always going away. It had to be a special effort. That to the weak foot from Jeremy Doku. I think probably a deflection along the way would have helped, but just the final rub of the green. Final rub of the green for us. Garnacho there, nothing. Edison does well. Gautam says after yesterday's Liverpool's result, it's very difficult now for us to defend our title, especially after looking at the fixtures. That's what everyone's telling Gautam. The thing is, after this match, we have got Spurs away, which has never been easy for us. Then Arsenal at home, Liverpool at Anfield, and then Aston Villa at home. I think there was someone who said, I think it was Paul Merson, who said that if City can go through, the entire April, if City can land on April the 2nd with maybe 1 or 2 points dropped, then he said we'll be champions. We'll defend our title. I think until April 2nd, we'll have finished most of our bogey fixtures. I think so. This month will tell us one more month of topsy turvy tense this thing. That's wonderful there. Ah, Johnny Evans, I think, just nicking the ball off Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne does well to nick the ball again of Casemiro. But again, Gautam, I think having won 3 titles in a row, I think having won 5 of the last 6 titles and doing the Centurions, I think at this point it's best for us to enjoy the journey. I think that's the most important thing. Whatever might or might not happen, I think it's important we fight till the end. That's the only thing for me. Gautam says Palace, Spurs, and Liverpool away, giving me chills already. And Palace is there, right, Gautam? And I still cannot get over the fact that we were 2-0 up at the Etihad, 15 minutes to go, and we drew that match 2-2. Those just imagine those 2 points over there. And United have scored, but United have scored, but City are claiming for an offside over there. City are claiming for an offside. United have scored at the Etihad. Shit. United have scored. I thought it was offside. How come United have scored? He was offside. He's offside, right? He's offside. It's clearly offside. He's offside, right? Why is he not offside? They'll draw the lines, I know, but why is he not offside? But why is he not offside? Rashford with the shot, but I thought Rashford was offside. How did we concede over there? I know that was a good shot, but it was against the run of play on the counter. There was no bloody offside on it as well. Shit, we are 1-0 down to bloody Manchester United. Rashford of all people scores. Countenya says, okay, Ake played him on the far side. Okay, didn't see that. Bloody, I think now United can sit back and hit on the counter. Vishal says after a long time is here. He says GGMU. Ah, how did we even concede that goal? One long ball over the top and we are done. Ah, all of that brilliance in the first 5-10 minutes gone with one long ball. Gautam says that's how it's been. Come back as always. And now it's a bloody corner for United as well. Under a bit of pressure. We are under a bit of pressure. I don't want another set piece conceded. We can just not concede the second. That's good goalkeeping from Edison. Bernardo Silva does well. That's a throw in for City. We just cannot let our heads drop. We need to equalize. I think nil one has not been a surprise in scoreline this season, right? Against Everton nil one, against Brentford nil one, against Chelsea nil one. I think I think nil one has been the most famous scoreline at the Etihad this season. That's another corner for City. So yeah, I think Gautam, there's nothing to worry and all because nil one has been the most famous scoreline here at the Etihad. Can we score from this corner? Ah, that's another corner for City. Bruno Fernandes out. That today's set pieces have been good actually, to be honest. They have been on the money. It would be great if we could equalize here. Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne almost did extremely well there, but I don't know why Kyle Walker wasn't on Rashford on that occasion. I just don't know. I know Rashford is playing as a striker, but still, I think you would want Kyle Walker to. I don't know what was that from John Stones, but I think you would ideally want Kyle Walker to just go and mark Rashford out of the game. I think it's one simple thing. If you want to get if if you want United not to score goals, just man mark Rashford with a fast fullback. That's it. That was a good save by Onana. That was a good shot and a good save by Onana. Onana is racking up the saves as well. Wow. That was a good save by Onana there. And it's another corner for City. I think it's already five corners and it's not even 15 minutes. This was a stupid corner. This was an idiotic corner. But that was a really good shot by Phil Foden there. Low, but you could say at Onana. That was the only this thing there. Erling Haaland does extremely well there. Bernardo Silva with the ball. Bernardo Silva is just occupying central areas now. Foden's gone out wide, which I don't like, but I think Pep wants control of the game. That was just an almighty strike from Rashford. Even if it was one ball over the top, Rashford still had a lot to do from that range. It wasn't as if it a clear cut one on one chance. So, Kevin De Bruyne, I just cannot get hold of it here. Kevin! The strike from Rashford was actually good. It was way out from the box. So I don't think you can blame any defender. The only one you could blame there was probably Kyle Walker, who instead of running back using his pace was shouting for offside. Other than that, it was a great shot off the bar as well. So I do not think anyone could have done anything there. Jeremy Doku, United are on the ropes, but they were on the ropes again. It's a slip from Ruben Diaz. And Kyle Walker does well. They're getting back. Gautam says, I hope we get some bliss. That was a slip from Ruben Diaz, Gautam. Rashford was through. Glad that Kyle Walker was on that, to be honest. Bruno Fernandes there with the ball. Rodri alert to the second ball. The difference was Kyle Walker was on Rashford on that occasion. Back clearance. Back clearance, Kyle. That was great. That was fantastic. I think it was from John Stones. But the clearance from Kyle Walker there was pretty bad, I would say. Ruben Diaz slips and then Rashford was through. But look at the pace of Kyle Walker. No, Rashford got it out of control, but the pace of Kyle Walker there was helped him get back. Bernardo Silva there. And Phil Foden's throw! He should have passed it to Erling Haaland. Gotham, what is this? Foden was through and there was a pass on to Erling Haaland for an open goal. Why didn't Foden pass there? What a chance that was for Phil Foden. He had to pass over there. He just could not go one on one. There was a keeper and another player. Haaland was free. Why didn't Foden pass there? Why didn't Foden pass? Why didn't Foden pass over there? I don't know. Nothing I could as well with Rashford, but I think Foden had to pass over there. They're not showing the replay, but Foden had to pass over there. I don't know why he did not pass. Jeremy Doku hitting United on the counter would have been just hilarious. Wonderful from. That's a corner for City, I think. Onana caught the ball. I don't know. I thought Onana caught the ball outside. Ah, that was the moment Foden had to pass and find Haaland instead of going. Rodri, Kyle Walker. Shit ball from Kyle Walker. Ake mops it up and it's Ruben Diaz. City have played well to be honest. Just that one moment where ideally you can't do anything. That's a risk you have to take when you're playing a high line to be honest. But Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake again. John Stones. Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Rodri. Stones. City are patiently building up and Kyle Walker is not so good at the build up. United are trying to press him. Nathan Ake. Rodri. Great ball from Rodri to find Phil. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, it's a corner for City. That was close. Look at it when KDB played that ball to Phil Foden. Not a good corner. That was a shit ball from Onana, I think, or I think Garnacha was away this time. United are just playing with one tactic, Onana and then ball over the top. I don't blame them. Everyone can wish and play their own tactics. But City have given the ball away again. And we're struggling to get back here. Rodri is struggling to get back. And I think Rashford slipped over there and it's gone out for a goal kick. Again, United are just playing purely on the counter here and they're killing City. That was a miss kick by Rashford, otherwise, Anything could have happened down there. This is the stylistic difference. This is counter versus attacking football. It's quite interesting because United have hired Ten Hag to play beautiful style of football, and United have changed him into an Ole style manager where he play on the counter. It's superb, right? Kevin De Bruyne, Nathan Ake, Jeremy Doku. Jeremy needs to put some passes in with a strong crosses in with a stronger foot. To be honest, Nathan Ake. So they need to equalize before the break. That's a block of Diego Dalla, and it's a corner. Bernardo Silva, Jeremy Doku. VAR is telling something. VAR is telling something. I don't know. VAR is telling something. That's a handball. That's a handball. JSK, I think that's a handball, JSK. No, it's a corner. It's not a handball. They've checked. I thought that was a handball. Yes, exactly, JSK. He passes to Haaland and it's 1-1. What an idiot, Foden. Exactly. Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball. That's another corner for City. It's pummeling after pummeling. Corner after corner. JSK says guy doesn't have a basic sense. It was an easy square, right, JSK? He attracted two players and Haaland was into an open net. That would have been one of the most easiest tap in goals for Erling Haaland. Ball's gone straight up in the air and Foden with the chance. Apart from that, United's one chance, I think we have been good. We have been very good. Okay, United have been getting chances on the counter, but United are having nothing here. Kyle Walker, Rodri. That's a fantastic switch there from Rodri and Phil Foden. Rodri, Nathan Ake, John Stones, Jeremy Doku. Gotham, we need your attacking bliss. Honestly, JSK, I just cannot say anything after that Ford, after what Foden did. It was a clear chance of squaring the ball, to be honest. And I don't know what Kyle Walker was doing instead of going to Rashford there because when Rashford had that shot, it was a mistake of a midfield player or someone who left him free there. It was a damn difficult shot and Rashford took it well, but still he should not be given the time to have a free shot. Rodri, Jeremy Doku, Jeremy cutting side and shoot. Two players man marking Doku over there and Ruben Diaz collects the ball. 27 minutes gone and the Etihad United have had just one shot and one goal. We are racking up attempt after attempt, testing Onana on occasions, I would say. And corner after corner, yet nothing for us. That's a great ball there by John Stones. Bernardo Silva. Good idea by Kevin De Bruyne over there. It's just that the ball was heavy. Fantastic idea by De Bruyne over there. Just the ball was a bit heavy. Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku. I thought that was a foul on Jeremy Doku, to be honest. That is excellent from Kyle Walker. He just won the ball there of Scott McTominay. We have been excellent, to be honest. Whatever the scoreline might suggest, we have been very good. We have been excellent. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku slips while shooting. What have you put on the pitch, guys? What have you put on the pitch? So many people are slipping. Again, wonderful piece of play by City. It's just that we are not able to stitch anything together in the final third. Pep knows there. They're showing the Phil Foden attempt. Pep knows there. He should have squared it. You're right, Foden. Yes, sorry, you're right, JSK. Phil Foden is not good on the wings, but I think United are gonna score another goal here. What the hell? Kyle Walker does well. It's Kyle Walker's ball. It's City's ball. United are now playing in their half. Can we get a counter attack? United have come front. It's a United's throw. How are we not able to, break this defense of Lindelof and Johnny Evans on United's left hand side? We should be absolutely pummeling them. And it's a goal kick. 31 minutes gone and nothing for City. Absolutely nothing for City. We've controlled the game well, to be honest. One ball over the top can happen in game, so I will not comment too much on that. It was not a defensive mistake or something. Yes, Ake played him on, but things happen, especially when you're playing a high line. Wonderful touch there from Jeremy Doku, has to go on the inside. Ah! Erling! Look at what Erling Haaland has done there. That's an open goal for me. That's an open header for me. I don't know why Jeremy Doku is always slipping when taking on the shots. Erling Haaland there again. Decent opportunity there. He had to test the goalkeeper over there. Why is everybody slipping today? Diaz with the slip. Rashford slipped a couple of times. Jeremy Doku always seems to be slipping when taking his shots. I don't know what is happening at the Etihad. That's a goal. That's a free kick for City. Ah! Rodri knows that's a chance. Rodri knows that's a bloody chance. Ah! Again, great bid by City. Good save by Onana. Down to the low. United are bloody having everything go for them. Good goalkeeping. Rashford has hit us on the break with a great shot. Kyle Walker to Edison. It's 33 minutes gone and it's still United just one shot on target and one goal. Wow. Talk about efficiency. Namish is here. He says bloody United. One shot, one goal. But Namish, honestly, United Foden should have passed to Haaland. It was 1-1, be honest. And it's another corner. 10 corners, I think, for City already. Foden should have passed. That Haaland header, I was not happy. Couple of saves by Onana. Don't know how we are not even a goal up. KDB off it a bit generally because he's so well class. That's why comparing to his standards, KDB is off it. Bloody goal kick. And this bloody Onana is already taking 100 minutes for the goal kick. Nathan Ake does well, and it's back to Edison. City build up again. 35 minutes gone, almost. 10 more minutes plus. I don't think there'll be any added time because there's no stoppages. 10 more minutes to go in the half. Can we at least equalize? That's the thing. Can we equalize and come into the second half? Nathan Rodri. That's wonderful there. Jeremy Doku. That's well defended. That's what United have done. Why have they had Ten Hag then? They should have just kept Jose Mourinho or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. John Stones, Nathan Rodri. Ah, pass there, not reaching Kyle Walker. That's well done. Again, John Stones. City are putting the pressure here. It's Kevin De Bruyne, Kyle Walker, KDB. Ah, it was a chance. Good block there. Was a chance for Phil Foden, but good block there. Foden now. Kobe Mainoo does well, and it's a United free kick. That was another chance for Foden just as he pulled the trigger. It was a good block by United. And that wasn't a free kick for United. That was a dive. That was a blatant dive by Casemiro using all his experience. John Stones, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Foden, Kyle Walker, Foden again. It is straight into the hands of Andre Onana. Foden's having an absolute stinker here. I think Foden should be in the midfield, but the problem is United are breaking in. I think Foden can control the midfield. Ah, good positioning by Edison over there. Jeremy Doku, Bernardo Silva, Jeremy Doku again, Bernardo Silva, Natanake, and it's a city throw. We're just not able to break United. Down 5 more minutes to go. A little bit less than 5 more minutes to go, and it's Rodri. Rodri to Kevin De Bruyne to Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne. Gautam says some heartbreaking stat. In the last 15 derbies held previously, City have never beaten United once. They're going behind. Today is the day, Gautam. Today is the day. Today we will reverse that stat. Today we'll write history. Today is the day. We have to believe in that. Nathan Ake, Kevin De Bruyne is just off it today. Kevin De Bruyne is just off it today. He's having a stinker today, Kevin De Bruyne. He's having an absolute stinker today. Just look at that shot. That is Kevin De Bruyne is not at all having good game today. He's just off it. Maybe I think Pep should start playing him regularly. Andre Onana, Doku does well, and Edison, Nathan Ake, and the referee is just not giving any fouls on Doku over there. Edison with the ball. If we can nick one right now, like we did against Brentford before going into the break, the dynamic of the tie will have changed seriously. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, KDB, Kyle Walker, Rodri, Akid as well. Clock is just ticking down. Bernardo Silva. Ah, I thought Erling Haaland almost got there. Phil Foden with that almighty attempt with his famous scissor kick. It's not a head injury for Kobe Mino. I don't know why they have stopped it. Ah, the ball's just beyond Erling Haaland over there. It was hit on the head. So that was on target, by the way. That would have been 1-1 if Kobe Mino didn't block it. I think we are going to get 1 more minute of added time or 2 more minutes. Ah! Bloody hell! Erling Haaland missed an open goal. What the hell is that? What is that, guys? What is that? Open goal missed by Erling Haaland. That is an open goal. Bloody hell. He was clearly onside. Open goal. You can't get more open goals than this. What the hell is happening? Erling Haaland. You can't get open goals than this. Gotham, you just can't get better opportunities than this. Open goal. He's missed an open goal. Someone's curse is on bloody Erling Haaland. Someone seemed to have cursed Erling Haaland. That would be the only reason. Even the gods don't want Erling Haaland to score. Someone has spellbound Erling Haaland. Now watch United score the bloody second. Watch Rashford score now. It has to be. That sums up the half. It's 3 minutes of added time, and that sums up the half. That Erling Haaland miss sums up the bloody half. I don't know. I don't even have words to say, Gautam. It should easily have been 1-1, if not 2-1. Even if Foden squared it, now JSK was asking why didn't Foden squared it. Even if Foden would have squared it, still Haaland would have missed JSK because he's missing open goals. Pep got you see Rodri just throwing his hand down in disgust with that Erling Haaland miss. Erling Haaland is just throwing stinker after stinker. Jeremy Doku. Camden says had Haaland used his head, he would have used his head to score. Camden, yeah, no excuses for that. Last season, you see how many goals you scored like that. Erling Haaland is not your traditional striker. That should have been 1-0 regardless of what he does. It's not using head and all, I think. So, cursed, he's under the spell of someone. Someone is keeping him under a spell. Gautam, otherwise, world's best striker can't miss that thing. That's another corner for City. Kyle Walker is trying. It's not about using his head or legs. He just can't miss it, Counting, yeah. Whatever, using his legs and all, he just can't miss it. He just can't miss it. There's no way he should have missed it. And that's the end of the half. A half where City dominated, a half where Erling Haaland missed an open goal, a half where Foden should have squared it, a half where City were the better team, half where City were absolutely on top. And why Erling Haaland is missing those sitters, I just have no idea. That is an absolute sitter. It's an absolute sitter, that one. Erling Haaland, close. Raheem Sterling would have scored. We are used to seeing Gabby Jesus and Sterling miss those. Erling Haaland missing that. Erling Haaland missing that. Just don't know. I just can't even be angry on us because the strike from Rashford was good. I just, I just have no words to say. What the hell that misses? Such an open goal. Yeah, I don't have words to speak. I'm just, I'm just sitting here trying to recount in my head. Hello, Bayaji. First, tell me your comment on Erling Haaland's miss. I can't speak. I'm just sitting here and thinking, what the hell just happened with that Erling Haaland miss? How can he miss that? Even if Haaland would have stood there like statue, the ball would have hit him and gone on to the goal. That was more easier to hit than miss. What was that miss from Erling Haaland? The simple chances. There was a player called as Wilfried Boney that we got and we sold because it didn't work out for us. Even he would have scored that goal. That is such. What is with Erling Haaland this season? Missing easy tap-ins. Against Chelsea, he's cost us 3 points. He's cost us 2 points. Here, Erling Haaland would be costing us points. I think if we miss out on the title this season, the difference between us, the number of points with which we miss out on the title, will be equal to the misses of Erling Haaland. I remember the Chelsea game on the top of my head. The Bournemouth game would have been close. The Nottingham Forest game would have been close. There are at least 4 points which Erling Haaland has dropped for us single-handedly. Bhaiya just says every corner, every shot, every cross straight to Onana. Exact replica of Chelsea game. Not gonna happen this season. And Bayaji, they even got a set piece coach. I don't know what the set piece coach is doing. We are so shit at set pieces. We are absolutely so shit at set pieces. Even with, we were better without the set piece coach. I don't know. Gautam says, I don't know what to say, but scoreline doesn't really tell the true story. Gautam, the only thing is Erling Haaland, Gautam. Minimum we should have been level. Minimum we should have been level. This United defense is not even that good. An injury-prone Varane, and ears over the head Johnny Evans, a very slow Lindelof, a Diego Dalla who doesn't know defending, a Casemiro who is over the moon. There I've named you 5 players in the back line who wouldn't even, most of them wouldn't even get into City's substitutes bench. Even United fans will agree with that. And here we are, not able to break that. Suman says, yeah, cursed by a person by putting in his fantasy 11. Don't know what the curse is, Suman, to be honest. Don't know what the curse is, but we have to remove the curse fast enough. Just don't know what it is with Erling Haaland. Now I'm beyond it. He's at least, see, we are in the 26th game week. Roughly, we are in the 26th game week. And Erling Haaland would have missed at least 7-8 game weeks through injury. So that puts it roughly 18 game weeks is played for us. And in those 18 game weeks, Erling Haaland had 5 match stinkers. At least 5 match stinkers. Which means, I just don't know what to say. Bhaiya says Haaland this season missing at least one sitter per game, especially against Big Six. Bhayaji against Chelsea, he's missed 3 sitters, 3 absolute sitters. That even a baby sitter while holding the baby in the pram would have scored and then attended to the baby. That's how easy those goals were. And Erling Haaland has bloody missed it. But yeah, this is bucket full of corners, but so useless. If we are getting so many corners, why not just buy a James Ward-Prowse? And I guess if you buy James Ward-Prowse, I guess teams will be stifled by these corners. And we could literally use this as a weapon because we have some shit set piece takers. I know De Bruyne has not been good with set pieces this season. Look at that car. Look at the Rashford goal. I know Nathan Ake is playing everybody on, but you look at Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker still has time. Kyle Walker, McTominay makes the run inside the box, but Kyle Walker still has time to look at Rashford. And Rashford is Kyle Walker's man. But Kyle Walker, instead of going to Rashford, he makes the run into the box on the outside, and Rashford goes on the inside. Had Kyle Walker shadow marked Rashford, that shot would not have been taken. It was a mistake of Kyle Walker, but anyway, the shot was good, and that's not the reason we are losing. The reason we are losing is Erling Haaland. JSK's miss of the century. Even Darwin Nunes and Timo Werner look good. I think the misses by Nunez, Sterling, and Timo Werner look far more good. I think when compared to the miss of Erling Haaland. JSK says bring Julian Alvarez. Guardiola bring effing Julian Alvarez. I think at least with Julian Alvarez you get the control in the midfield. You can drop back, false nine, and numerical advantage. And at least Alvarez is good at set pieces. He's good at taking long range shots. What is this Erling Haaland? He scores bucket load of goals against Luton, and here he's missing sitters. I thought he was back to form against Luton, but seems like that is not the case. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this match? The next 45 minutes, do you think it's title on the line? For for me, I think it's not as bad. For me, it reminds me of at the Etihad City were 2-0 down. It was actually a much worse situation than this. City were 2-0 down at the Etihad, 45 minutes to go. Arsenal were 8 points ahead. We lose that game, the title's over last season. And Pep brings on Julian Alvarez and an extra attacker for the second half. I think that match Alvarez started, I don't know, but then City win that match 4-2. I think we need that kind of a reaction here. Last season Spurs is the kind of reaction we need. And they're showing that Foden goal as well. Let me see it again. That Foden is through on Onana. Foden is through on Onana. I think Foden needs to roll that ball across the box. Foden needs to roll that ball across the box. Erling Haaland makes a great run there. Erling Haaland makes a great run. But now I know why Phil Foden doesn't roll the ball to Erling Haaland, because Foden knows Haaland would have anyway missed that open goal. I don't blame Erling Haaland now. I don't blame Phil Foden now that they didn't square the ball to Erling Haaland, because Haaland would have missed even that. JSK says Alvarez for Haaland. Vaya, this is nothing significant except Rodri shot. I think Jeremy Doku had one two good opportunities. Haaland missed. I think Haaland had an open header there a couple of I think 10 minutes before that eventual miss. But they're showing that miss. Just don't show me that miss. Just bloody shut down the highlights. Don't show me that miss. The more they show me that miss, the more I am. No defender is even bloody putting a challenge in. No defender is putting a challenge in. No defender is just putting a challenge in. Haaland didn't even need to do anything. He just needed to stand there. The ball would have hit his leg and gone into the goal. Look at Onana standing there and telling that's a goal. Varane is telling that's a goal. Even the Manchester United defenders already think it's a goal the moment it's coming to Erling Haaland. This is cursed. Erling Haaland is under the spell of someone. Witch hunt is going on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is absolutely cursed. Guys, do whatever you can to bloody remove the curse. JSK says Rico Lewis for Walker, then the game will be over. JSK, I do not think you can remove Walker. Bayaji says there's no fear factor this season playing City at the Etihad. I just think you don't even need to fear United for playing them. United, I mean, it's again not about the fear factor as well, Bayaji. I think it's about those open misses. I think. See what can Pep Guardiola do? The build-up's excellent, the passing's excellent. We're finding the ball between the lines. Erling Haaland is being put into attacking goal scoring positions. I think it's out of Pep's hands as well. It's just Erling Haaland. He needs to do the thing. Naresh says, I guess the Haaland miss goes to goes to my beloved friend Count. Bayaji says, our defenders also useless from set pieces this season. The delivery is not good, Bayaji. The delivery is the delivery itself is not good, Bayaji. For me, I think a set piece is as good as the delivery taker. If the delivery taker is good, you can't defend a set piece. It's impossible to defend a set piece. I think we do not have a good enough delivery taker for set pieces. I thought I think our best set piece taker is probably Julian Alvarez, who doesn't even start regularly. I think Kevin De Bruyne is not so good at set pieces. He's good at free kicks. He's not so good at set pieces. Phil Foden's, I think he can improve. We do not have a good set piece taker, to be honest. I think for me, Jack Grealish is a good set piece taker for us, but it's not there. I mean, this makes good the absence of Gundogan and Mahrez even more angry for us, right? Because Gundogan and Mahrez are two excellent corner takers, they are two excellent free kick takers. With Gundogan and Mahrez leaving, you have lost these two aspects as well. Bhaiya, this is given the shit defense, City will need at least 3 goals in second half. This is the 45 minutes, Bayaji. We need to go for it. We need to go all out for it. These 45 minutes. We just need to throw everything like we did in that Chelsea game. But then the question is, can Erling Haaland be on target? Can Erling Haaland score? That is the question. And Gotham has told such an instigating stat as well that whenever in the last 15 derbies, whenever we have been behind to United, we have never won. But then there's another stat: Rodri has never lost in a year. In the last year, last 1 year, Rodri has never been on the losing side for City. So it's interesting, couple of interesting stats going on, but a draw isn't good enough if you put it that way. Dropping points here would mean you have to go and defeat Liverpool and Arsenal. That's the only option you have. Yes, the title is still in your hands, but then you have to go and defeat Liverpool and Arsenal. I think if you lose, even defeating Liverpool would not be probably enough because we would be 4 points behind them. A point would mean we have to defeat Liverpool and Arsenal. So whatever be the result, the title race will be in our hands. But I don't know. Gautam says, I think Oscar Bob and Alvarez to be bought in place of Erling and Doku. That's a good point, Gautam, because I don't understand why he's not starting Oscar Bob. I think Oscar Bob would have been much better when compared to Jeremy Doku in terms of taking on players. The two people are doubling up on Jeremy Doku, but Oscar Bob in those situations is very good as well. He's good at playing in tight spaces. I don't know why he started Jeremy Doku over Oscar Bob because Oscar Bob has done everything. After what is done in that Newcastle game, Pep needs to start Oscar Bob every time. He's already above both Grealish and Jeremy Doku in the pecking order. JSK says he needs to bench for some games only, then the curse will be removed. I don't know JSK what is it. He's hit 5 against Luton and he's doing this now. What a mess. That mess will be trending all over from Erling Haaland. Bayaji says this will be the same as Chelsea Spurs Liverpool game. Just pray City don't concede second. But Bayaji, have you observed our results against top six? Liverpool 1-1, 1-0 up, 1-1 draw. Chelsea twice draw. Spurs draw. We haven't played them the second time. Aston Villa lost. If you think they are in the top six, the only top six team we have Arsenal we have lost. So our results against the top six are not good to be honest. Our results against the top six are not good enough. I mean, have we even won against the top six side? Just remove Newcastle from the top six conversation. But have we won this season against a top six side? We haven't. If you remove Newcastle from the conversation, lost against Arsenal, drew against Liverpool, two times draw against Chelsea, the traditional top six, I'm telling. Two times drew against Chelsea, draw against Spurs. My God, we are not. We the only win we have is against United at Old Trafford, and they're not even the. But traditional top six, I think it's only against United we're having a win. That too at Old Trafford. Our form against the traditional top six this season has been abysmal. The second half has kicked on. Andre Onana with the kick. Bayaji says those draws against Palace and Spurs will be the deciding factor. 4 points, 4 points lost just like that. Against Palace, it is the most frustrating thing, Bayaji, against Palace. You're 2-0 up at the Etihad. The game when Palace players think the game's done. And in the last 15 minutes, you concede a goal. You concede two goals. That too at the Etihad. It's not even at Selhurst Park. I can imagine Selhurst Park. So many draws. Kyle Walker, we need to just pummel United in this half. Phil Foden, Kyle Walker. And I seriously think that Oscar Bob should be starting ahead of Jeremy Doku. He would have got so much out of, so much change out from Diego Dalla than Jeremy Doku. Bayaji says Doku out of ideas. Bayaji, honestly, I think Jeremy Doku and Jack Grealish to an extent only work more. Jeremy Doku only works if he has an overlapping fullback. Because if you do not have an overlapping fullback, the opposition winger can just man mark Jeremy Doku along with the fullback, right? It will be doubling up on Jeremy Doku. So Jeremy Doku kind of a winger only works if you have an overlapping fullback. That's the truth. Whatever Pep Guardiola wants to do, whatever Pep Guardiola thinks, that is the truth. Otherwise, it's easy when you know there's no one overlapping. You can just double up on Jeremy Doku, right? It's gone out. I think Pep needs to remove Jeremy Doku. It's not about having a good game or bad game, it's just too predictable. Nathan Ake, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones. Naresh says, Mohan, you look a bit tired. Why not just turn off live and get some sleep? No sleep, Naresh, especially when City is losing and United is winning. If City were up, then I would get some sleep. Especially with Erling Haaland doing what is done, how can I get sleep? Breakdown in communication between and Erling Haaland missing those open goals will give sleepless nights. And Natanake does well. Bayaji says Doku and Haaland zero chemistry. Haaland is not having chemistry with anyone. Phil Foden's there. Phil Foden's through. Phil Foden. All of Phil Foden's shots today are just being blocked. Bernardo Silva. Natanake. Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne. What a touch there by Onana. What a save by Onana that is. Again a good chance there for Erling Haaland. He just could not turn. Doku's shot was just deflected over there. We are getting close, but we were getting close in the second half as well. Sorry, in the first half as well. So Rodri, Rodri to Nathan Ake City are more aggressive, but we started the bloody half in the same aggressive manner. Phil Foden there is seeing a lot of ball, and the cross is too deep, more deeper than the lines allow, more deeper than the rules allow. I'll just have some water and come. I think I'll need that. And already 5 minutes are gone. Time races so fast, when you're in need of it, and when you don't need it, it just goes so slow. Ruben Diaz. Wow, it's already 50 minutes, and I already think, I don't know why, but this game has everything in it, like the Chelsea game. The only difference is Chelsea were far more dangerous and they were attacking. That was an extra threat, and with United, there's no extra threat. John Stones, that's well defended by Kyle Walker and Marcus Rashford. Rodri, Erling Haaland. My God, Haaland is throwing an absolute stinker here. He's now given the ball away in the midfield while coming to get the ball. One of the wasteful games of Erling Haaland this season. Erling Haaland's just throwing stinker after stinker. I just can't even say anything. I think Pep just can bring Alvarez for another dynamic. Be honest. Rashford now one on one with Kyle Walker. I expect Kyle to deal with it. United are now in possession. They don't look too happy in possession. Payaji says none of them look balanced to place the shot proper way. And City are not even having bloody possession here. I bet Pep will not even make a single substitution in this half. Bernardo Silva is playing as a second striker out of possession, which is interesting. It's generally Kevin De Bruyne. City are not able to get the ball of United as well now. City are finally nicked it, and Kyle Walker, Phil Foden's made a run forward. I think Lindelof is not that fast. His cross is not good at all. Kyle Walker should be able to nick it. That's not a foul on Rashford. That's not at all a foul on Rashford. That's a throw into City. Kick Rashford, bloody Kyle Walker. Kick him hard. Everyone's done their jobs well except Erling Haaland today. The goal was not. The goal happens. That goal was not anyone's to blame. The goal happens. But Erling Haaland is who is to blame? Giving the ball away in the midfield, not holding up play well, missing sitters. That's a good ball across. Jeremy Doku, Nathan Ake, Haaland misses it. The ball's gone out and it's a City throw. And United break again. And the referee does not give a foul. That is excellent defending by Kyle Walker. Haaland missing everything. He's even missing the ball right now by Aji. Don't know what to do with Erling Haaland. He's just missing everything. Jeremy Doku there. Walker is looking extremely good. Bravo Walker. Walker is getting very good on Rashford. Rashford is in the pocket of Walker. What a goal! Ah! Stockport Iniesta scores! What a goal! Phil Foden, one of our own! That is how you do it! That is how you do it, darling Haaland! Wah! Wah! What a goal there by Phil Foden! Wah! Come on, City! One of our own! Once a blue, always a blue! Phil Foden! Worldie! Erling Haaland! That's how you score! Stockport Iniesta! You on the top corner. You are not saving those. Phil Foden. What a goal, Phil. You are world class. Who says no? You are world class. When you can hit shots like that, never pass, never square the ball. Like you tried. Wow. Wow. He's missed an easy square the ball and he scored a and he scored a very difficult goal. Stockport Iniesta. Bayaji says, will they cry over Walker foul? Deja vu last season game at Old Trafford. Where was Rashford then when he did the cheating offside? We have collected all the tears. When we were crying for the offside last time, United fans were telling, we have got a bowl, collect all your tears. Now we have poured all our tears on United fans. Where were they when that offside happened? Walker offside. So not Walker offside. Rashford and Bruno Fernandes offside. If you remember, 2 seasons back. There's a flare on Onana as well. I think a blue flare. I only wish they threw the flare on the ground after we, for example, when we went to the lead and not now. But what a goal by Phil Foden there! Wow. He's just hitting those worldies with will now. This is not a fluke, like right against Everton he's done it. Here has done it. I think in the Champions League group stage on one match, I don't remember the team has done it. But yeah, this is Haaland must step up now. Ha ha. Bayaji, I got so much angry in the second half when he gave the ball away in the midfield and United went on a counter attack. That was even more shocking than the goal miss. Alvarez is coming on. Pepe has had enough. Alvarez is coming on. Number 11 goes off and Jeremy Doku goes off and Alvarez is coming on. This is interesting. Pep is going for the kill. Pep is going for the jugular. What do you think will happen, guys? Bhaiya, this is thanks. Time for a breather. Thanks to the flare. Are you sure, Bhayaji, the flare wasn't a tactical thing Pep set up on the stands? Bhayaji says Alvarez on. Gautam says my favorite citizen who threw the flare. Yes, Alvarez on, but I'll just see the position is playing on and he's taken off Doku. So I just don't want to see Alvarez in the midfield. But Kyle Walker, I think Stones looking for a shot from range and Natanake. That's a United throw, but that's a City throw. What a match, right? What a match. Erling Haaland has to step up now. It's a free kick for City. It's a corner, I guess. It's a corner. I think it's a touch of a United player. Gotham says Bernardo playing Doku position. True. Why is what happened to from last season in CL? Th- Bhayaji, I think Bernardo's been good this season. The only thing is, I think his role has changed because last season Bernardo was the one who's maintaining the width on our right hand side, but this season, I think what Pep has done is because he has to play Alvarez in the middle. I, th- I think I think Kyle Walker is maintaining the width and Bernardo is coming inside. So I think Bernardo has not been played in his usual position. To be honest, I think like he played against Real Madrid. Everything started with this Alvarez experimentation in the midfield. What is common against all the traditional top six sides this season that we drop points? In all of those, Julian Alvarez has played in the midfield. Good ball by Phil Foden. Kyle Walker with the press. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. City are just pressing so intensely, they just don't want to give up the ball. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri. John Stones does extremely well. Bernardo Silva. Not a very good ball. Rodri does well. I think someone find KDB on the outside, yes. The cross needed to have a little bit more whip on it. Pep Guardiola is sitting there and is thinking he knows we need to take 3 points from this game. He knows it. Bayaji says, what is that? Every cross from KDB to Onana. Bayaji, due to that miss, Haaland is highlighted more and he needs to be. But I think KDB has had a stinker as well in this game. KDB is world class and everything, and we are his biggest fans. I know we love King Kevin, but Bayaji, don't you think KDB has had a stinker in this game? KDB has not been good at all. All of his crosses are straight to Onana. You saw some of his shots; they have been blasted straight into the stands. KDB has not been good in this game actually. Good that Foden stepped up. KDB has not at all been good in this game. Both KDB and Haaland, that pair, which everyone thought would blast the hell out of Luton, sorry, United, like they did against Luton, is again Erling Haaland missing it. Again, okay, this was probably over his head. I don't know, I'm overreacting, but again Erling Haaland. Ah, Kevin De Bruyne. Onana does well coming out. KDB is. Via this is KDB Haaland same in both Chelsea and this game exactly. Exactly. I mean the way I saw KDB coming to that Newcastle game after such a long injury layoff. I just thought that Newcastle game credit has to be given. KDB won it for us on his own. But Haaland has not done that this season. KDB has not been good. I know he's coming after a long injury layoff, and everyone saw that Newcastle game and thought KDB is back. But look at that, and both KDB and Haaland arguing with the referee. Onana stretching his legs and wasting time like he always does. Bayaji says Haaland is the worst when it comes to headers. He has even said it in an interview that he is improving on his heading as well. But those are open goals by Aji. I mean, Haaland is not good at headers, but I don't know, those are open goals. You don't need to be good at headers for those open goals. I think someone like Sterling and Bernardo would have scored them. Two little people, they are not even good at headers. I think no one's expecting Drogba level heading or Mandzukic level heading ability or even a Carlton Morris level heading ability from Haaland. People want him to score those simple goals, which he can due to his physicality, height, and all. Bayaji says they're better at least 10 minutes. City of 0 in Luton. The extra time, uh, the injury time actually depends on Bayaji depends on what is the situation in the game. If City is winning by a slender margin, they'll add 10 minutes. They'll add 10 minutes. If City is losing, they'll add 1 minute, and it will be the reverse if it's Arsenal or Liverpool. Alvarez losing the ball again. Ah, when will Pep learn not to play strikers in midfield? United keeping possession. And it's a City throw. Ake City build up now. Ake, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, Phil Foden, Walker again. No options at all. KDB's movement has not been good. Haaland's movement has not been good. Alvarez is a key here. And they've sent it back to bloody Edison. Why are we not able to play United's press? I think Kovacic also should have been bought on, to be honest. I don't know for whom. Probably remove Haaland, put Alvarez up front and bring on Mateo Kovacic. Because Kovacic is a master at playing the press. That's a foul on Erling Haaland. And it's a yellow card. That's a foul on Erling Haaland. I think it's a yellow card for Rafa Varane. Haaland does absolutely very well there. Varane just blocks him off. That was almost a one-on-one chance for Haaland if Varane doesn't block him off. Who is he? Who's coming on? Don't even know this guy for United. Johnny Evans is Johnny Evans is going off. I think it's a young defender who's coming on. Or is it Tyler Malaysia? No, Malaysia is out injured. And Johnny Evans is just walking off like he's taking a stroll out on his in his lawn. Kamvala is coming on. He's a young defender, Kamvala. United are just wasting time. As much time as possible, they're wasting. It's a free kick as well. KDB and Alvarez. No, it's KDB and Bernardo standing over that, and I don't like it. I think Alvarez needs to be taking it, but I would favor a left footer probably. Probably favor Bernardo Silva taking it, but looks like Kevin De Bruyne is taking it. De Bruyne has been very wasteful in this match. It's not at all been good in this match. I think it's obvious KDB is taking and he hit it low. That was such a bad free kick, to be honest. That was such a bad free kick, to be honest. KDB is just having a stinker. Phil Foden. What was that from Kyle Walker? Is it a okay, at least he's tested Onana there, but that's a catch and not a test. Hit it straight at Onana. Don't know what's up with Walker. Is trying when we are in good possession and having good possession of the ball. He's trying all of those shots. Phil Foden does extremely well. Kyle Walker. City build up again. Ruben Diaz. Bayaji says, look at United bench. Draw will be a real shame. Whatever happens from here on, Bayaji, it's all about that Erling Haaland miss and KDB having a stinker. KDB and Haaland are having absolute stinkers, right? I know people would not like to call out KDB, but he is having no less of a stinker than Erling Haaland. I think this game, I don't know, Bayaji, I think this game called out Mateo Kovacic. I think this game was calling all in for Mateo Kovacic instead of Jeremy Doku. Why is Kyle Walker trying to play between the lines? That too in the middle of midfield. We have lost our heads here now after that goal, literally. Why is Walker trying to play through balls? Why is Walker trying to shoot from distance? Two things that is absolutely shit at. Bielsa's problem is too dependent on only KDB to create. I think Foden creates. Foden can create if he can be placed in the middle. But that's what Bielsa Kovacic creates as well. Kovacic is fantastic at playing those through balls, breaking the press and stuff. I think this game demanded Kovacic, especially the performance he's had against Bournemouth. Against Bournemouth, Kovacic was just supreme. It's because of him we won that go. We won that match. Phil Foden with the ball again. Julian Alvarez, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. That return from Bernardo was too evident. I think Bernardo should have taken his time instead of just returning it directly. City are again piling on the pressure. Rodri. I think Anthony is getting ready for United to come on. Bernardo has also not been crossing well today, but Ake takes the foul. That was a shitty decision from Edison. Suddenly, everyone's just turning shit. Bayaji says KDB will create at least one on plate for Haaland. The only thing is the plate will have holes, Bayaji, and the ball will anyway fall down. Anton is coming on for Marcus Rashford. Foden. Don't know. I don't know. From the last 5-10 minutes, I've not even seen KDB there. I've not even seen KDB touch the ball. I think in the after that free kick. Haaland press on Anna. 1-on-1. That is excellent there. That is excellent from Rodri, but it's offside anyway. That is excellent from Rodri there. That defending. He didn't know that it was offside, but yeah. Bernardo Silva, KDB, Nathan Ake, Erling Haaland. Varane is literally holding him. I think you need to use Haaland as a decoy now. Phil Foden is crying out because there are no options. The only option is Kyle Walker and he doesn't want to pass to him because he's shitty at everything except defending. John Stones, Rodri, KDB. Ake does well there to get the ball back. Rodri, Ake again, City are pressing high. Bernardo Silva. Ah, it's a United free kick. Ah, now that's a foul on Foden, but foul was outside the box. Nothing. Erling Haaland does extremely well there. Kevin De Bruyne, I don't know why it seems like now Erling Haaland and De Bruyne are suddenly looking good. That was a foul on Rodri, but the bloody ref will not give it. Is he given a penalty? He's got the ball, I think. Yes, Ederson's got the ball. That cannot be a penalty. Ederson's got the ball. Ederson's got the ball. How can that be a penalty? Ederson's got the ball. Yes, Ederson's got the ball. Yes, got the ball first, exactly. Good challenge from Ederson. For a moment, I thought the referee pointed to the spot. John Stones has done extremely well there. Bernardo Silva now has switched to the right. This is interesting. Phil Foden's gone to the left, I think. Yes, Phil Foden's gone to the left. KDB, KDB is just shit today. This is a very difficult finish, I would say. I'm out of my breath. I'm already out of my breath. Blissful Foden. Right, Gotham, I'm just out of my breath here. Wow. What an exchange of passes that was. What an exchange of passes that was with Alvarez, between Alvarez and Foden, I think. What an exchange of passes they were, and the finish is extremely difficult. The finish was an extremely difficult finish. Amazing. Wah! Here again, the finish was very hard. This is one of the hardest finishes. I do not trust anyone in this team to finish that except Phil Foden. Philly Foden. People were saying he's not world class. People were saying Bukayo Saka gets in ahead of Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Wow, Foden, you beauty. Foden, you Mancunian. Wow, Phil Foden, one of our own, always our own. Phil Foden. Ah. Bayaji, you're asking about extra time, right? Now wait for 10 bloody 10 minutes of extra time to be given. Wait for a nervous 20 minutes. Gautam says, Haaland, please learn. Now, this will be even more tense. This will be even more tense now. Guys, this will be even more tense unless we get the third. This will be, this 20 minutes will be so tense unless we get the third. Gautam says Foden always steps up when needed. My favorite citizen. Bayaji says bring on all the defenders. And even Josko Guardiola is back, so maybe we could bring him on. But look at that challenge from Edison on Garnacho. How important is that? Garnacho was through and Edison had to get that challenge right, to be honest. I think that challenge on Garnacho is one of the crucial points in the game. That Walker's challenge on Rashford and Edison's challenge on Garnacho. Two very crucial points. Exactly when the Walker's challenge on Rashford, to be honest. Two exact points when Foden scored those goals. Rodri, we need to score the third, guys. We need to score the third. Kyle Walker, Bernardo Silva. Great ball from De Bruyne to find Foden. The touch is not quite good, but John Stones, Bernardo Silva. Nathan Ake. Kyle Walker. I think this is the right time to bring on Mateo Kovacic and just close up that midfield. Bayajas is becoming like that Brentford away game. More, I would say, like Brentford home game, Bournemouth away game. Because I think Brentford away we were 3-1 up or something, right? Not as tense. But Bournemouth away, my God, was so tense last week. At the end, I thought Enes Unal scored as well. We need to score the third. Can Haaland redeem himself by scoring the third? Wonderful from Kevin De Bruyne. Great work rate. Bayaji says we conceded same way. Brentford, okay, in that sense, okay. Yes, true. Even Everton as well, in a way, if you say Everton away. Oh, that was edge of the seat stuff from Kyle Walker. I don't know why they take those kind of risks. I think the BP machines would have gone for the toss at that moment when Walker and Stones were building up from the back. Bernardo Silva, Julian Alvarez, Bernardo Silva again. This is where you miss Grealish, right? Keeps the ball, draws fouls, time sticking away. Every time Walker's on the ball, I'm like, so tense. I don't know why. I don't know why are they wasting their time building up from the back so much. Exactly, and Gautam, they're building up from the back as well. It's so tense. I think they want to increase the sales of PP machines or what? That is wonderful from John Stones. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ah, that was almost three. Bayaji says 25 attempts. Exactly, Bayaji. Bring on Kova and shut the shop. Bring on Kova, bring on Nunez. Shut the shop. I don't know. And we all know Pep will not do that. Gautam just really missing my special power man. Yes, Grealish, that combination. Now I know why Haaland is not in good form. He's missing his mate Grealish. Everyone thought KDB was his mate. No, Grealish is his mate. Kovacic will be very interesting here, Bayaji, to be honest. That that is another corner for City. And I don't know why they're taking long corners as well. Just take it short and just I don't know why they're taking long corners. Take the corner short. Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well there to nick the ball, but long corners, that is recycle the ball. He's done well there, Alvarez, to be honest. Bernardo Silva. Ah! It was almost a goal line clearance. I thought it was Foden thought it was a City throw. Yes, it's a City throw. That is wonderful from Phil Foden. Would be hilarious if Anthony went on and scored or something like that. Ah, that was risky. That was a risky clearance. Ah, City get the ball back. Bernardo Silva gets the ball back and he controls the ball well and City keep possession. Bayaji says take off Erling, bring Kova is not at it. Exactly, bring Kova, relieve the midfield pressure, and you bring Kovacic and you'll keep more possession. You'll win more fouls and keep Alvarez up front as a striker and play him as a false nine. So you can just shut off the midfield shop because the only way United are gonna hit you is on the counter. I would say even bring on someone like Emmanuel Akanji. I don't know if he's in the squad or something. He's pacey as well. It's well done by Rodri. City get a free kick. Bayaji, how many matches like these do we have to see? It's bloody plus eight as well. How many matches do we have to see like this? Close matches where we are 1-0, where we are just 1 goal lead and watching through tens through the entire. Injury time. When will we get a decent 3-1, 4-1 win where we can relax, rejoice, and do stuff? Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well. Can Haaland? Ah! For a moment, I thought that was in. For a moment, I thought that was game set match from Kevin De Bruyne. What a strike! Ah! That just not De Bruyne's day today. Erling Haaland has to score. Ah! Game, set, match! Game, set, match! Come on, City! This is Manchester! Manchester is blue! Game, set, match! Erling Haaland scores finally! With the finish that you probably it's his favorite finish maybe. Ah! Manchester is blue! Redemption! And if I'm not wrong, is it from a KDB pass? Is it from a KDB pass? Someone tell me in the comments. Woo! Manchester is blue, guys. Manchester is blue. Who Rashford? Who is Marcus Rashford? Who the hell is he? Who the hell is he? Going and celebrating at the Etihad. How dare he? How dare he goes on and celebrates at the Etihad there after scoring that goal. It's a Rodri assist and it's an Erling Haaland goal, but the finish was good. The finish was good. On a very bad day, that was a good finish from Erling Haaland. The, by the way, Bayaji, that the goal he missed was difficult, right? The goal he missed was difficult. Sorry, the goal he missed was easy, right? This was a difficult finish. Finish into the far corner. Finish into the far corner. This was so difficult. And look at Pep Guardiola and Yon Malilo. Pep Guardiola is doing this, turning onto the crowd. Whoa! Manchester is blue. See, we are doing Poznan. We are doing a Poznan. We are doing a Poznan. Erling, hold the, sorry, Edison, hold the ball. Eddie, hold the ball. Yes, he's held the ball, taking the piss out of Bruno Fernandes. Erling Haaland. Poznan. Woo! Bayaji says, yes, missing sitters and scoring difficult ones. Again, can Haaland have a second? It would be hilarious if Haaland scores a hat trick in the next 6 minutes. the meme should just be out of the roof, right? If Haaland scores 2 more goals in the next 6 minutes. I would say from here, just don't concede in the next 3 minutes and the game will be done. Just don't concede in the next 3 minutes. That's what I would say. Do not concede in the next 3 minutes. Keep possession and do not concede in the next 3 minutes. Nathan Ake now. Ake wants to score maybe. Phil Foden to Ake. Ake, just recycle the ball, man. Just recycle the ball. Don't give United a chance to get possession. Eddie, catch the ball. Edison is just taking the piss of Bruno Fernandes. If you guys look at it, he's letting the ball come to him and let Bruno run to him, and then is bloody catching the ball. That was. Bayaji says how commanding they look when leading. That is true. That is true. Even at 2-1 Bayaji, I was panicking. The fans were panicking. We were all panicking that maybe we have to defend better, bring Kovacic on and all of that. But I think City they never panicked. I think playing out from the back, especially John Stones. I think John Stones makes all the difference. I do not think we make a comeback in this game without John Stones, because time and again John Stones just took the command, took the ball out from the United press and took the ball into the midfield. I think Foden will be the man of the match as he should be, but I think I would give John Stones a man of the match as well, because the role he's done is so difficult, probably the most difficult role in all. Gautam says the curse on the verge of breaking. The history on the verge of breaking, Gautam. The history on the. They have kicked Foden now. They have bloody kicked Foden now. Is it a red? Look at the rags. Look at the racks kicking Foden now. I think it's Anthony at it again. He's kicked Foden now. I hope Foden's not injured. He's kicked Foden now. It would be hilarious if Toku is there when Anthony came on. What was Anthony doing over there? Oscar Bob is coming on. He has to take the piss. I want Oscar Bob to score. But I see that missing sitters and scoring difficult ones. If you remember, I think Chelsea game 3 years back or 4 years back. I don't remember the Chelsea game where Aguero missed an open goal from 2 yards. I think it was under Frank Lampard. Aguero misses a goal from 2 yards out, and then he scores a goal from 30 yards out. He scores a belter. Gautam, there's the curse on verge of breaking. And also, there were two histories clashing against each other, Gautam. Last 15 derbies, whenever United have been ahead, City have never come back and won. Or Rodri remaining unbeaten in the last 1 year. And you know, of course, when history comes up against Rodri, Rodri can rewrite destinies as well. Exactly. Rodri can rewrite destinies. Bayaji says Ratnanders deserves every bit of that. Hate him to the core. And Edison is rightly taking the piss out of Ratnanders. Exactly. Gautam, this Rodri streak is the biggest. Bayaji says Foden the most important player for City. And it's not just one match. And it's not just one match. Bayaji Everton 1-0 down, looked no way of coming back. Foden scores the 1-1 goal with an absolute belter against Brentford, 1-0 down, away trip, difficult. Foden comes on and scores a hat trick against Leipzig. I think we were losing 2-0. Foden starts the comeback by scoring the goal. Here 1-0 down, Foden scores two. Foden scores two goals. Bhaiya, this is ole 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 Oscar Bob 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 Oscar Bob ole 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 ole. It's a free kick. It's a free kick for it's a free kick on Diogo Dalot for Manchester United. I mean, if this was 2-1, it would have been tense. It would have been tense. Oscar Bob, how much Pico far in this title race? How much his goal against Newcastle? That is one of the most difficult finishes I've seen. Bayaji says from both sides, boyhood fans scored. True, true, true. Boyhood fans scored. Right, right, right. Bruno Fernandes, I would hate him to score here. And the referee blows the final whistle. Manchester is blue. Manchester was blue, and Manchester is always blue. Who are the noisy neighbors now? The noisy neighbors, the stone pelters, all reside on the right side of Manchester. The blue side of Manchester is all for royalty. This is the blue side of Manchester, where the champions reside. The rag pickers reside on the red side of Manchester. Absolute rags. Tell Rashford and Bruno Fernandes to F off onto that side. To just get lost onto the red side of Manchester because you belong there. The blue side is only for champions. Well, if you want to visit, you can visit a museum for the trophies. Bayaji says, Rodri streak bigger than Undertaker at WrestleMania. I would not even compare Rodri to Undertaker. I'll compare Rodri to the great Kali. Honestly, Bayaji says could have been 5-1 easily, given Haaland doesn't miss that and Foden assisted Haaland on that chance. It could even, I mean, had KDB and Haaland been on form, Bayaji, this could have been another 6-1 for sure. How many times has KDB got into those positions at the edge of the box and has cuffed his shot? How many times has KDB got into the crossing positions and has cuffed his cross? I think it could easily have been another Luton Town, like 6-1, something like that. and Luton scored more goals than United that day. But yeah, I think KDB. I think it shows KDB of it, Haaland of it, and still you get out of it 3-1. This is a message to the title rivals. This is a great message to the title rivals before that Anfield visit. I think whatever might happen from now on in the title race, whatever might happen at Anfield, whatever might happen when Arsenal visit us at the Etihad, whatever might happen, I think one thing, the spirit of this team must be applauded. Everton 1-0 down, no hope, came back. Brentford 1-0 down, tough away ground, no hope, came back. Today 1-0 down, didn't looks like United would be scoring the second on the counter, came back. And I think the amount of spirited comebacks that we have done this season, it's just been fantastic. Bournemouth, difficult away ground, defended a 1-0 lead throughout. Nottingham Forest defended a 1-0 lead with 10 men, I think, in the earlier part of the season. I mean, the spirit this team has shown is just fabulous. JSK says, finally we've done it, JSK. Gautam says, and history created it at Etihad. Curse broken. Manchester is blue. Manchester is always blue, Gautam. Always blue. Bayaji says, Garda uda diya. Second half में. We are coming for tippers. Wow. It's like, and like Bayaji says in his style, इस पूरे प्रीमियर लीग में एक ही गुंडा है और इस प्रीमियर लीग के गुंडा मैनचेस्टर सिटी है. इस प्रीमियर लीग के गुंडा फिल फोर्डन है. हम आ रहे हैं लिवरपूल के लिए. We are coming, Depas. We are coming, bloody Scousers. We are coming to Anfield. We are not one round scares us in this world. Forget England. Not one round scares us in this world. Look at the city. Look at the city fans. How they're enjoying. Wow, wow, wow. Gautam says double completed. And a lot of United fans, Gautam, were telling the double's not going to happen. City have beaten us at our home, and we have always traditionally beaten them in their home and all of that. For a while, Arsenal fans were excited. For a while, Liverpool fans were excited. Liverpool fans think it's only them who can tease us. Even we can tease you, going 1-0 down and thinking we will drop points. Even we can tease you. JSK's atmosphere was really good after Foden goal, to be honest. After Foden goal, United were finished. Especially after Foden's second goal, United were finished. The crowd just climbed on, and the United players, you can just look at the United players. They were just deflated after Foden's second goal. Even though there were, 10 minutes to go? 10 plus 8, 18 minutes to go roughly after Foden's second goal. The moment Foden's second goal got in, the fans just erupted. Ferocious eruption, and the United players were on the crutches. They were done. Foden's second goal finished them off. For the last 18 minutes, they just played like that. Gautam says City have become a second half FC. And you know, Gautam, why this is important? These kind of spirited wins are important in the Champions League. Because in the Champions League, there will mostly be matches where you're trialing, like how Real Madrid have them, where you're trialing, where you're down, where you're like needing a goal with 10 minutes to go, needing two goals with 10 minutes to go, and these are the situations where you take hope from them. And you know, one thing I've observed more, like from last season when we won the Champions League, this season there's been no fear, we are going the entire first half without scoring. We've been going entire first half 1-0 down a couple of times. Still, this team is like backing themselves to score 2 goals, 3 goals, complete the comeback. That is one superb quality I've seen. That is one excellent quality. Superb. Gautam says, or a comeback FC, or a spirited FC. Let us put it that way, spirited FC. Bayaji says, give them rest for another big game. Another big game is Anfield, and then I think Bayaji, like Gautam mentioned earlier on in the stream, I think this April month will actually decide it. I think we go through the entire April dropping not more than 2 points. I think we are in the title race, and we could pretty much be champions as well, mostly. If we go through the entire month of March without, not dropping more than 2 points, I think that is the target. Do not drop more than 2 points, which is do not get more than one draw. through the entire month of March, and that's it. You have come out of one of your most difficult period with not much lost. I think this month is very important, and just with regard to Phil Foden, I think the Crystal Palace game. I mean, you could blame Phil Foden for that Crystal Palace game. He's cost us 2 points in that Crystal Palace game when he should have cleared it. He has wanted to dribble and Palace take the ball and get a penalty and all of that. But I think since that Crystal Palace game, if you observe, Foden has won us what? How many points? Foden has literally won us 10 points. Easily, Foden has won us 10 points. Foden has won us at least 3 4 matches, 3 matches on his own since that Crystal Palace game. And since the Crystal Palace game, I think Foden has become someone who's more responsible, who's taking on it and telling, not KDB, not Haaland, I am there. I am there. If both of them are not there, I am there. I'll step up. So this is the season when Phil Foden has become a man. This is the season when Phil Foden has finally announced himself as a world class player. He has announced himself to the world stage. Phil Foden has truly arrived. And people were telling, why is Pep not playing Phil Foden at 18 years of age, at 19 years of age, at 20 years of age regularly? It is for this moment. I think if Pep would have played Foden that time regularly, I think Foden would not have matured as much. At 23, Foden has turned world class. All kudos to how Pep has managed him. Naresh says, all happy to Mr. Mohan, especially after the Haaland miss, Naresh, especially after the Haaland miss. I mean, I was out of words the entire second half. Naresh, I was just thinking, how can he even miss that? For a moment, I thought, how can he even win this game? How can we come back into this game? Forget win, draw. If you're missing those simple chances, if you're missing on a plate, that was literally on a plate. It is literally it's literally like opening the peel of the banana and putting it in someone's mouth. If you don't swallow it, no one can do anything, and that's what Erling Haaland was there. But Haaland redeemed it. That finish at the end was so difficult. Fines onto Onana, and that killed the game off. So all kudos to Haaland, but Haaland must improve. To be honest, Haaland must improve, and regarding the Anfield thing, if you ask me, can we win at Anfield? What will happen at Anfield? I do not know. I honestly, it's a bit difficult because it's not just a football match that is happening at Anfield. It's you're not just playing against Liverpool or the crowd. Anfield has a 13th man as well this season, and Anfield has that emotional aura of Klopp's retirement. So you're playing against that as well. Klopp has announced that he'll be going, so the players will be extra motivated, and that too against a team that has literally taken two titles of them with 1 point, right? If City would not have been there, City would not have been so ruthless. Liverpool would have had at least two more titles, and also Liverpool players will remember that 2018-19 season. Had it not been for City, Liverpool had lost one match that season, if I'm not mistaken. So had it not been for City in the 18-19 season, Liverpool would have done centurions. Liverpool would have done a historic double of the Premier League and the Champions League. Liverpool would have done so much in that 18-19 season. They would be embedded in the history. So I think it's going to be difficult like always, but this time it's going to be extra difficult because you're playing against all of those factors. Naresh says no chance at Anfield, bro. Sorry. That's when City are at their best, Naresh. That is when City are at their best. No, when there is no chance, when it's almost impossible, that is when City say, we write our own destiny. We don't care if it's impossible or not. We just go on because this is a team that has come back from literally being 11 points down last season to hunt down Arsenal in 10 matches. This is a team that has come down from literally 7 points down to hunt down Liverpool in 18-19 season. This is a team that has come down from 2-0 down 70th minute 2 seasons back to win 3-2 and get the Premier League title. So just think, this team does not know defeats. I mean, in that sense, I'm telling this team that does not know how to accept defeat. We fight till the end. You can win, you can lose. It's a game of football, but this team knows This team never gives up. We fight till the end. That's the thing. And just the honorable mention to John Stones. To be honest, for me, the man of the match is Phil Foden and John Stones as well. John Stones went into that midfield as if I don't think there's another defender in world football who could do what John Stones did. They could not press him. They could not do anything to him. He went into that midfield like, like a warrior who was immortal, who could not be touched. He just rode that midfield like, a hot knife cutting through butter, and United could not do anything. He dominated that midfield. There were 3, 4 United players on Stones and they could not do anything. John Stones, for me, he was the difference between us making the comeback and us not making the comeback. 80th minute, 2-1 up. What Stones was doing, he was being pressed by two people and he takes a pass under risk. If he loses it, it's a 2v1 at the back against Edison. He takes the ball, takes the responsibility and progresses it forward. John Stones is driving this team. Phil Foden might be with the goals, but John Stones is the heartbeat of this team. John Stones and Rodri are what are driving this team, especially Stones. We need to keep him fit. JSK says, good thing is Alison Becker isn't at the goal. Kelleher is also doing it well. JSK Kelleher is making some excellent saves. And JSK, by the way, is a goalkeeper even necessary? Is a goalkeeper even necessary when Haaland is missing open goals? I do not think it doesn't matter who the goalkeeper is because Haaland will always hit it outside. Doesn't matter who the goalkeeper is. Naresh says, you forgot, I guess this season we are called as mentality monsters. Naresh, I think Liverpool always were mentality monsters. I remember those legendary duels from 2018 onwards against Liverpool. 5, 6 years it's been. Liverpool are always mentality monsters. Especially Klopp is a mentality monster. You know why there are legendary duels between Klopp and Pep, between City and Liverpool, because neither of the team does not give in. Neither of the team accepts defeat until it's done. They are not defeated. They play till the last moment. So Liverpool acknowledge it. They were always mentality monsters. Not just this season. The late goals were always a part of Liverpool in the seasons gone by, and we City fans have become used to that as well. Bayaji says lots of injuries for Pool. Just don't concede silly goals. Bayaji, ask ask Mateo Kovacic to score a hat trick when he hasn't scored, when he just scores one goal a season for the last 4 seasons. There could be a possibility, but don't concede silly goals. That is not how it is working this season, Bayaji. City somehow refused to keep a clean sheet. I think the iconic scoreline this season is 3-1. Everton 3-1, Brentford 3-1, United 3-1. God knows how many other 3-1s are there from the starting of the season. I don't know. It's at least, I guess, 5, 6 3-1s will be there exactly, at least for City. So then 3-1 is the iconic score line. One must be there. We don't enjoy 3-0, 2-0, 1-0 and stuff. Naresh says, till the end we never give up. Exactly. I acknowledge it, Naresh. You have always been mentality monster since 2018, since, Klopp came. Klopp as a personality is a mentality monster as well. It's his positive, optimistic outlook towards the game, just like Pep. Bayaji says City are the best when they're behind in title race. Well, when we are the best when the shark smells blood, Bayaji. Unless the shark smells blood, the shark doesn't, wake up. The shark doesn't. The shark is not excited unless the shark smells blood. You remember 3 seasons back, we were 6, 7 points ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool had a couple of games in hand or something, and suddenly we lose to Spurs and we draw with Brentford and all of those things, and suddenly Liverpool come to 1 point behind us, and then we wake up and we win game after game after game. So I think unless the blue shark smells blood, it doesn't wake up for the hunt. And once it smells blood, the hunt, and once the hunt starts, the hunt is never going to end. The hunt doesn't care who the opponent is. Once the blue shark is on the prowl, the ocean surrenders to it. That's what Manchester City is. JSK says, don't say that, Naresh. When Real Madrid talked about mentality before facing us, rest is history. And JSK, we rewrite history. We rewrite history. And today, like Gotham pointed it out, history. In the last 15 derbies, when City have been behind, United we have never won. But today we have rewritten history. So I think we are there here to change destiny. JS and Ford and Palmer shouldn't be taken in the same bracket. The JSK Chelsea fans have honestly lost it. JSK Chelsea fans were telling even Palmer is a Ballon d'Or candidate and all of those things. I mean, the first thing is if some Chelsea fan is and one of the Chelsea fan, he has an Indian YouTuber. He was actually telling, a Chelsea fan. He was actually telling Phil Foden is overrated. That Chelsea fan literally on YouTube on one of the one of his live streams, he said Phil Foden is overrated. I was like, what the hell? Foden is underrated. Foden is damn underrated. That guy was sitting there and telling Foden is overrated. I just got so angry at that point. Who says Foden is overrated? For me, I say Foden is still underrated. Still, there are debates going on if Foden should be included in the England squad or not. Still, there are debates going on if Foden plays on the left. Is he better than Rashford? Foden, even with one leg, is better than Rashford. That's how good Foden is. And I think basically the comparison with Cole Palmer itself is wrong. I know City fans never do it because we love Palmer. He's come from our academy. We wish him all the best. I've not seen a single City fan in any of the social media forum here anywhere comparing Foden to Palmer. It's all the shit done by Chelsea fans. And I'll tell you why the logic is so stupid from by Chelsea fans. Foden has been groomed under Pep since how many years? 18, since he was 17. Now Foden is 23, 6 years, 5 to 6 years. And that is the monster he's become. And Cole Palmer is not even groomed under Pep. For hardly for one season he was groomed under Pep. And they're already comparing that. They're already comparing one year under Pep to 6 years under Pep. That is so useless. Bhaiya says that Rashford goal reminds me of Vinny goal in CL, but all's well that ends well. Exactly, Bhayaji, exactly. You told it. I remember just now. I remember. See, the sequence also fits, Bhayaji. That goal, Vinicius Junior scored, and also the reply. The reply to that KDB goal was world class. Thierry Henry was telling he thinks only Adriano could have scored that goal, which KDB scored in response to Vinicius' goal there. And you look at it, what was the response to that Rashford goal? A world class strike from Phil Foden. Look at it, right into the top corner. You just cannot do anything. and also so many parallels with that. Vinicius Junior scored, I think 3-1 score line. Was it 4-1, which we defeated them, Real Madrid? I think, yeah. But so many parallels there. Vinicius Junior scored here. Rashford scored. Both the games we made a comeback. Bayaji says if that was fouled by Walker, then Sterling on Walker was a penalty in that Chelsea game. Sterling on Walker was clearly a penalty, Bayaji. But again, Bayaji, that Chelsea game for me, I think we have lost that game because of Erling Haaland. I mean, I love Erling Haaland, but it was because of Erling Haaland we lost those 2 points there. So many chances for Erling Haaland. So many bloody chances for Erling Haaland in that Chelsea game. But anyway, all's gone. If you look in the past, then so many we could say that we should have been these many points ahead or something like that. But I think let's not focus on the past. Let's focus on uh what is there forward. And I think Anfield should be the next one on our agenda. And Anfield should and we haven't even conquered Anfield, right? We have never won in Anfield in front of a full crowd, right? So there's another chance to rewrite another piece of history. So it's going to be very interesting. And guys, Manchester is blue. Manchester was always blue, and today again it's reiterated it's blue. This is the blue side of Manchester is not for rag pickers. The rag pickers go and pick all of your rags on the right side of Manchester. This is City, and Manchester is blue. We are an unstoppable force. Great game, great match, and a great watch along. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for joining me. Thanks a lot to all of you for joining me. Thanks a lot to Bayaji, JSK, Naresh, Kaundinya, and Gautam for joining me. It's been fantastic. Bayaji says, I want compact defense like 18-19 season game. It ended nil-nil thanks to Mahrez missing penalty. That was I just saw the highlights of it yesterday, Bayaji. Leroy Sané goes into the box. Van Dijk trips him up. It was a penalty. Last minute, everyone thinks City will finally break the Anfield curse, and Riyad Mahrez skies it. And that game was even more significant, Bayaji, because that game started the revival of Liverpool in the title race. Because if he scored that goal, I do not think that 18-19 title race would be so close. And due to that missed penalty, January the 3rd, 2019, at the Etihad, Liverpool had a chance to go 7 points clear, even if City lost. So I think that penalty literally was the turning point in Klopp's tenure, was a turning point in Liverpool's entire season, I would say there. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and see you all and take care. Just enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the